In an ordinary sofa, in an ordinary room, extraordinary heroes who are standing by to zoom to wherever they are needed. They are speeding up today. The lumberjacks are on their way. They will help you with your problems. They are waiting for your call. No problem is too big for them. No problem is too small. Things may all be going wrong, but you can bear this up for long. The lumberjacks are on their way. The lumberjacks are on their way.
This is a good book.
And this is a good collection of beautiful things.
So I've heard. Lots of times.
Lovely.
If they're so lovely, perhaps you should share them.
Well, that's one for me, and that's one for me,
That's not very fair.
and that's one for me.
3, you're being a little bit selfish.
They are my beautiful things, and if I gave any of them away, they'd be sad. So sad.
They'd probably enjoy the peace and quiet.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, but I simply can't share any of my beautiful things.
You can't share anything.
I can. For instance, 6, can I borrow your buddy blocks?
Yes.
Thank you. So, sharing the buddy blocks, like this. 1 for you, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for me. Shared.
Shared, but it's not fair sharing.
Oh, now he wants me to do fair sharing.
That's the whole point. You share things equally, so everyone gets the same. We've got to have the same number. Do it like this. 1 for you, and 1 for me. 1 for you, and 1 for me. And 1 for you, and 1 for me. I've got 1, 2, 3, and you've got 1, 2, 3. Fair shares.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think I could have my fair share of peace and quiet?
No, none of us can. Come on.
Come on, you lot.
Who's calling in?
Agent 28 here.
Go ahead.
Things are going wrong.
But not for long.
It's the children on the beach.
Hold on, I'm putting it on screen.
Sandwiches. Yeah.
And they're sharing them fairly. Oh, yes.
But look,
Oh, no.
she has no sandwiches and the boy has them all.
He's trying.
But it's not working.
This needs sorting out.
So,
So we'll send someone. Don't worry.
thanks, we need your help.
The lumberjacks are on their way. Hey!
And which lumberjack is it?
Today, I think it's going to be me.
So much for fair shares.
We've got a problem, what should we do? Who's going out there? Who do we choose? Here's a problem needs a fix. Who's going out there?
Number 6.
Good luck, 6.
Checking the room's empty. All clear.
Let's go! 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Looking for a 6. That's the one for us.
OK, ready to sort things out.
I could fancy a paddle on that beach.
We've got work to do.
I'm watching out for things going wrong. They seem all right. Oh no!
She's got both spades.
What's going on here?
Agents, call in. Need some help here.
Agent 101 here. Things aren't being shared fairly.
Instead of people having the same number of things each, one person's got all of them.
Yes, that boy had all the sandwiches.
And the girl had both the spades.
Even when they try to be fair, things aren't working out.
6, can you see anything? What weird thing is causing all the trouble?
I can spot something. Look at that spade.
What is it? Going in closer.
Oh, yes. Look, a blob. That's what made the spades go wrong.
And look at the plate. A blob of slime.
Which means...
Yes. Look.
Yucky, yucky.
Getting the data on screen. All you need to know about the problem blob.
If you spot a blob of slime, guess what? Big slob can buy. Great, big and blubbery. Making trouble is the slobbery blob.
Yucky, yucky, yuck.
That problem blob is going to take some sorting out.
Yes, and quick. He's been blobbing problems all over the place.
Tell us about it.
The gardener's in a lot of trouble.
Getting it on screen.
He's dividing the plants between the 2 pots.
3 plants in each pot.
That's fair so far.
What's the problem?
Here's the problem. Blobs.
The plants are on the move.
Those plants won't stay divided fairly.
Those pots haven't got their fair shares of plants.
And now the plants are far too crowded.
The problem blob is stopping things being shared fairly.
More problems, more problems.
She's divided her bags up, 2 on each arm.
Checking for blobs.
Spotted some blobs! Spotted some blobs!
Oh no, now the bags aren't shared fairly.
Poor lady.
Mean blob.
Hey, there's a very boring game of football on the beach.
That was an easy goal.
That's because the players have been blobbed. And they're nearly all on one side. 5 against 1?
That's not fair.
If the problem blob keeps stopping things being shared out fairly, anything could happen. There might be 2 bulls with 2 horns each. Then one bull would get 3 horns, and the other bull is left with just 1. Or instead of 2 cars having 4 wheels each, one car would have 6 wheels, and the other car would only have 2. Or instead of 2 clocks with 2 hands each, you'd have 1 clock with 4 hands, and 1 clock with no hands, and you couldn't tell the time with either of them. That problem blob has got to be stopped.
Yes. Send me the brain gain and I'll do the job.
We need to share things out fairly.
I'll get the brain game machine going. Powering up.
Brain gain to solve the problem, use our brains. The way to get your brains all linking up together, joined up thinking. Getting brain power now, brain gain.
Share things fairly. Share things fairly.
Share things fairly. Share things fairly.
Fair shares. Fair shares.
Sending brain gain now.
Share the sandwiches fairly. Share the spades fairly. Share the plants fairly. Share the bags fairly. Divide the players up fairly.
That's better.
We did it!
Hooray!
Hang on. I think there's going to be another problem. Those children and their flippers.
They need to share the flippers out.
But look!
Oh no, they won't share out fairly now.
That's not very fair.
Let's share those flippers fairly.
But there's 3 children to share them.
Oh dear. Now what do we do?
No problem, just share them out equally.
1 each, 1 at a time. That's the way to be fair.
Okay, 1 each, 1 at a time.
1 each, 1 at a time. Yes! 2 each, shared fairly.
We've still got to deal with the problem blob. He's near the gardener.
Share out its blobs of slime until they're all gone.
Yes! A blob for every blade of grass in the garden.
That's loads of blobs. Share the blobs. Share the blobs.
A blob for every blade of grass in the garden.
It's using up a lot of blobs.
It's used up all the blobs. He won't be making trouble for a long time. We did it!
Yeah! Yeah! Come back now, 6.
All clear for landing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was scary.
Sharing did the trick.
And we've got it all on screen.
There was trouble with the sandwiches. Not shared fairly. Nor with the spades.
And those plants were a problem. All in one pot.
That lady's bags were a problem too. And so was 5 playing against 1.
We sorted things. Even when 3 people were sharing. 1 each, 1 at a time. He won't be making trouble for a long time. And then something really strange happened.
More.
You were right. It is a good book.
And so is the book that 5's reading to us.
We're sharing books.
3 numberjacks reading this book.
And 3 numberjacks reading this book.
Did I hear there's some reading going on? Love a good book.
Yeah, me too.
Which book are you going to read?
Wow. Now there are 8 numberjacks. If we are all shared out fairly, how many numberjacks will there be reading each book? Work it out and call the numberjacks.